Welcome to another S&P 500 weekly analysis. This is the video version. First, I want to bring you to your attention is that I do have a text version of this on my newsletter, The Pulse of the Market at Substack.com, and I will have the link in the description below. So this is just going to be a very brief video, and if you want a little bit more detail, analysis of this, the price action, I refer you to this post on my newsletter. So let's start with the S&P 500. As you can see, the market is pricing in the upper range between 6553.30 and 6541.20, and the lower range is between 6392.70 and 6360. So here we see that right now it is sitting at this balance area. So what we're going to be expecting is to see maybe we get a little bit of a chop or consolidation inside of this balance area. Then we look for either a breakout above the all-time high, above that 6480, or a breakdown from this balance area dip back below the 6445. And if it breaks out to the all-time high, then we're basically looking for a 6420 area for the first potential resistance, and then if we break through that, then we'll look for the upper range to be in play. Now, if it breaks down below the 6445, then we look for this 1x extension and essentially down here near the 6400 for the first potential support area. And if it's unable to hold that, then we look for the lower range of the weekly expected move to be in play, and also that put this particular potential support level at 63.63 as the also in confluence with the lower range to be in play. And here looking at the ES, we see that ES, the market is pricing in the upper range between 65.65 and 65.58.5, and the lower range is 64.11 and 63.75. So here we see there is a multiple distribution composite volume profile here. We see the price is hovering around the upper edge of this distribution, this upper distribution here, and also kind of bouncing off of this high volume node area. So for the coming week, we're basically looking for a little bit of a consolidation inside of this balance area, and look for a break above the balance area into an all-time high, and looks to see would it be able to attack this Globex all-time high and validate that and push up into the upper range. Now, if it breaks below this balance area at this lower edge, somewhere around 64.58, then we'll look for the price to come into this lower balance area, this distribution here, and this edge here, 64.31. And we see a little bit of a chop and try to find a acceptance here, and it will bring the lower range to be in play. So basically targeting this lower edge of this balance area if the lower ranges come into play for the coming week. And for the SPY, the market is pricing in the upper range of 654 and 652.80. The lower range is between 637.70 and 634.50. Similarly to the ES, we see that it is bouncing around right now at this upper distribution. So we're looking for either a breakout into an all-time high and push up toward the upper range, or come down and break below this edge here, the upper distribution, lower edge at 642, and move back into this lower distribution into the 640 area, and basically put in the lower range of the weekly expected move to be in play. So you can see some of these levels here. Once again, if you want a little bit more detail about these levels, go and check out the post in my newsletter, The Pulse of the Market. And for the NQ, the market is pricing in the upper range between 24,012.50 and 23,974.25. And for the lower range is 23,191.25 and 23,000. You can see that the NQ is actually sitting at the lower edge of this distribution here, and it's going to be see would it be able to hold this level, which is somewhere around 23,542. If it is unable to hold this level, then we'll look for the price to come down and try to move into this lower distribution and start chopping around to find acceptance here and potentially test for potential support somewhere around this 23,121, and that will put the lower range in play. Now, if it is able to hold this level here and start consolidating inside of this distribution, then look for a move to come up to the upper edge somewhere around 23,830.50. And if it could break through that, then look for a move up to this small distribution area here, this high volume area, and see would it be able to chop around and move up toward the upper range of the expected move. And finally, for the QQQ, likewise, this is sitting at the lower edge of this distribution. So we're going to be watching to see would it be able to hold this edge. If it is unable to hold this edge and drop down, then we look for a move down into this lower distribution here at 567.65, and then make its way down toward the lower range of the expected move, which the market is pricing in to be between 562.40 and 559. If it is able to hold this area here, this edge here, then look for some sort of consolidation and start chopping up into this 577.77, this upper edge of this distribution. And if it could move back, move above that and get into this high volume zone, then there's a possibility the upper range could be in place, and the upper range the market is pricing in 583.5 and 581.70. So that's it for this week. Be sure to go check out my newsletter for additional content at the pulse of the market. Thank you for watching. If you like the content, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel, click the subscribe icon to subscribe and help support this channel. Now, for more content from me, go visit my newsletter at smtraderCA.substack.com. You will find trade ideas, daily trade plans, weekly market review and analysis, trading tutorial and strategies, and much more in my newsletter, The Pulse of the Market. And the link is smtraderCA.substack.com.